Jimmy Butler, 21 points and those 4 assists for the Miami Heat.
Trae missed shots he usually makes, but he also, a lot of his shots were jumpers, and he wasn't really getting in the paint much. What did you guys do so well defensively to keep him out of the paint?
Keep him in front. He is constantly breaking down defenses and causing you to help. And if you don't help, it's a layup, it's a floater. If you do help, he's hitting the right guy every single time. I think we did a great job of not fouling and just moving our feet and staying in front.
Jimmy, a lot of you guys were together collecting 14 of the 16 wins that you're aiming for in 2020. How does that inform how you kind of digest a really strong performance in Game 1, knowing that you have more in store that you hope to get to?
Honestly, we don't even think about the past. We just worry about today. We enjoy this win. And then when midnight hits, we forget about this one. And then we get ready for the next one. We get ready to get better come tomorrow. And we're just looking forward, but really, really, really locked in on what we can do right now. And I think we're a different basketball team. I think we got some guys that can really, really play. And we know our goal.
Jimmy, Kyle spoke about kind of the real season and that it's different when you get to this point. The way that Kyle, PJ, you guys collectively as vets kept the group, focused this week and then came out today, just how was your general feeling about that?
I think everybody was ready to play. We had some fun. It's always fun to win. Never get that wrong. But everybody was talking before the game yesterday, trying to figure out how we can get this 1 W. We did that, and I'm pretty sure that the same thing's going to happen come tonight and tomorrow. Just focusing on how we can, go up 2-0, but it's going to be a battle, and we got to be ready for that.
Jimmy, how much have you guys been on Duncan, just reminding him of his importance to this team through the ups and downs of this season, and how nice was it to see him have this type of performance in Game 1?
We all know Duncan can get hot like that and constantly make shots. We need Duncan to do that. So all praise be to Duncan, but I think I was really, really impressed with Max tonight. The fact that he didn't make the shots that, he normally makes, and he still went down there and guarded on the defensive end. Like, that's a pro's pro right there. What else can you do to affect the game whenever you're not making shots? And Max has shown us that he can do that now, so we expect him to go out there and guard even when he is making shots. So, man, I'm happy and proud of Duncan, but I think Max really took another step tonight.
How much do you enjoy the chess match that goes on now for the next 48 hours? Like you said, this one's over. They're going to make adjustments. Now you've got to, change up. You got to change, in kind. How much as the years go by do you learn to enjoy that part of it?
I love the game of basketball, so every game is a blessing to me. Preseason, regular season, definitely now. But this is like, as Spo calls it, purest form of competition, competition at the highest level. And that's what you want. You want to be able to go out there and show night in, night out. You can be the better team. You can be the better player. So everybody on our roster enjoys it. We accept it, and we look forward to it.
Jimmy, just to follow up on that, what is that process like for you particularly, like the chess match, the game to game? Like, what does that entail?
A lot of film, a lot of asking my teammates what I can do better, and us, going back and forth of what we see, because it might be the same way next game, and if it's not, then we do the same thing after the next game. But I think right now, more than anything, I want to go see my child, and then, that takes the basketball load away, and then get to work whenever she goes to sleep.
Jimmy, when you go back to work, what's the key to ultimate consistency here in the playoffs?
Worrying about the Miami Heat, how we can be the best version of ourselves, and how I can make each and every one of my teammates better. And more than anything, just find a way to compete. Like, it's not going to go your way every night. We accept that. We know that. But we can be the harder playing team. We can be a team full of dogs, and I think that's what we're going to have to hang our hat on.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep.
DeAndre Hunter, tough night for him. Minus 31, though he was 6 for 8 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range in the loss.
And they just came out with a lot of intensity, and they, pressured us a lot. Next game, we just got to, be able to face that pressure, be able to attack it, and just read the defense from there.
Is there anything y'all can do, or I guess how do you kind of level up that intensity? Is it just mental, or is it X's and O's as well?
Yeah, it's just mental. Just everybody got to come out and play their hardest. That's the biggest thing.
Where do you see the biggest adjustment between game 1 and game 2 for you guys? And how difficult is it to turn it around like that in 36 hours after landing at 3 a.m. and having to come out, 36 hours later?
I mean, it's the playoffs. I feel like that's not really an excuse. I feel like at this time of the year, no matter what the break is, how long you're resting, we got to be ready to play. And, I mean, there's no excuse to come out how we did.
They've changed somewhat in their lineup since y'all played them a bunch. Obviously, you played them last week, but before then, it was a group with Robinson, Tucker, Bam, Jimmy, Kyle. They put Strus in the starting lineup, Robinson off the bench with Hero. Have 2 floor spacers there. How has that changed defending them both as a starting group and off the bench?
I mean, it doesn't really change anything from our defensive game planning. Our game planning stayed the same. We just had to get out to shooters, that's all. We let them get a lot of open shots. We were kind of over-helping at times, so just really getting out to them, I feel like that would limit a few of the shots that they had.
And as a team that has a lot of good...
PJ Tucker, don't leave him open in the corner. 4 for 4 from three-point range, 16 points. We're talking about how Duncan Robinson made 8 threes. PJ didn't miss from outside. Antoine, just incredible in what he brings to this team.
And you got a guy with experience, a guy that's an NBA champion from last year. He's going to take his shots. He's going to play within his role. Obviously, his job is to defend. But if you leave him open in the corner, he's going to take a shot.
Okay, he's like you. He's got on the shades.
He's in Miami now.
Right.
He in Miami now. He got the pinky ring.
You guys did that today, with holding him to those 8 points and making, every shot tough for him.
We were solid. We did pretty good. We could have been better. Still a few times, some fouls that we shouldn't have made. I had a couple. Still let them turn down some screens where we want to force them in certain areas. But I think we did a solid job.
Kind of expanding on that, how important is it to start this process with a style, with that sort of intensity and kind of set the tone for yourselves about what's required this time of year?
I mean, it's important, but I think it's more important to, after you do it, to get your mind back focused on doing it again. So many times you have letdowns. You see it happen where, you let go of the rope, you start worrying about things that don't matter. So our thing is to try to keep that focus and bring the same energy and intensity every night.
PJ, it seemed like they started out doing what a lot of teams do, which is try and move Bam around, get him away from the play. How do you think you guys, not just Bam, but everybody, did making sure Bam was where he needed to be defensively?
I don't know. I don't know. We switched, so it's not, I don't know, whatever they're trying to do, it doesn't matter. I think everybody in all positions, whether we got Kyle on the center or me or whoever it is, being able to switch and, get under screens and be able to be up on guys and make them drive and force them to take tough shots. I think that's everybody's job, and everybody did a pretty good job of that today.
There were a couple possessions where Trae took the switch from Bam, and he was basically spacing it like 35 feet, and you guys are playing 4-on-4. Are those good results for the defense?
I think so. I think we got to trust in all our defenders, in ISOs, but we're still there to help. Even in ISO situations, we still have our formation where we want to help guys once they get them downhill.
PJ, after you made those threes in front of the Hawks bench, it seemed like there was some interaction there. Were you responding to something somebody on their side had said?
Yeah, I don't even know if somebody said something. That's just playoffs, man.
Just letting them know you hit those threes?
It's just playoffs. It's energy.
PJ, when you were on the Bucks last year, you guys played the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Trae has 48 in Game 1 and gets the win. Having been through that and seen him on that type of stage. What level of attention do you bring towards him as an opponent? And what does it say that the team you play on this year, you're able to hold him to 8 in a Game 1 win?
It doesn't really say much. I mean, it's 2 different series, 2 different teams. He's going to score the ball. You can't think he's going to score 8 or whatever he scored again. He's going to score the ball. Led the league in total points, I think. He's going to score the ball. It was one game. We look at it as that, treat him the exact same way next game. Expect him to, take a lot more shots and be a lot more aggressive. So we got to bring that same type of energy and even more because he'll be better.
PJ, just winning the whole thing with the Bucks last year, how has that changed your mindset this year starting the playoffs?
It doesn't. Same hunger, same intensity, if not more. Once you win it, I think the conception is like people think you just like, oh, you won it, like you're good now. And it's not. It makes you hungrier. It makes you fight for it more because you know what it feels like and chasing that feeling.
PJ, Spo was saying that you told him a couple of days back you were definitely going to be ready for this game. What was the process like just ramping up for this, and why was it so important for you to be ready Game 1?
Because this is what I live for. This is it. I came here for this. It's everything. So to get those days off was big. Finally feeling kind of like myself again since December. So it's a good feeling. Be able to move, be able to jump, be able to slide. So it's been great. All the trainers, everybody that's helped me. It's been good.
PJ, it looked like most of your points tonight were kind of being the release valve in a lot of ways after 2 kind of flew to a shooter, kind of usually how it is. But when you're getting that, popping out to a 3 or getting that floater, do you notice coverages shifting at all that, okay, we can't totally go fly 2 out to that guard?
Well, that's what it is. It's, the helps. Somebody, Bam's rolling and you got a tag. You get the, that 1 second for the 3 or the handoff with Tyler or Max or Kyle where you got to be up for a second and then you get the pocket. So it's just the timing of the helps and, the passes being on time and then making the next play. If somebody steps, then me making the next play, whether for a lob or 3, it's just the progression of plays, making the right play.
PJ, what was it like for you as his teammate to watch Duncan shoot the ball the way he did tonight?
I've been probably on Duncan just as much as anybody this year, so anytime he has these games where he's just lights out and he's not thinking, I love it because he's one of the best shooters I've ever seen in my life. And, so many times he has had to think all the time and do this and do that. And it was just like, Dunk, just be you, man. And to see him be him is, you see the bench, everybody's all happy because it's glorious to see that.